And we're no stranger to wildfires.
That's
Although
true.
we're in a rainy season right now, so we're trying to kind of prevent that. We know fires can start and spread very easily under dry conditions. That's why we've been harping about the drought, because the drought conditions, besides our farmers, have been pretty bad here. And of course, we worry about our farmers, but also wildfires. Something that also can spark wildfires would be lightning from storms. Thankfully, we haven't seen a ton of lightning with these storms recently. We've had some storms out there, but they really haven't been too severe. But they have been bringing a lot of rain, and that leads to a flood threat. So we have a southwesterly wind that will continue moving into tomorrow. You still see plenty of rain off the coast there. Mainly across the nature coast is where we're going to see most of the rain for tomorrow, and it's not going to be quite as widespread as it was for today. But as I said at the beginning of the show, our bucket is pretty much full from the last few days here in some parts of Tampa Bay, meaning that if we get a good downpour, that bucket's going to spill over. We saw it for today. We saw some flooding in those areas that were just saturated, the grounds. And that could happen again tomorrow, but really the nature coast is the area we have to pay attention to because of the southwest wind. It's driving all the moisture up that way. So there's that recent loop of the satellite and radar. I went over this at the start of the show as well. There's a flood watch. This is for Citrus and Hernando counties only, but I wouldn't just look at those counties and say, okay, well, we're out of that, because we still can see flooding. We saw it in Pinellas County earlier today. Just because how saturated the ground is and the amount of rain that we had in such a short period of time. So the flood risk, you can see this is issued by the Storm Prediction Center. It does include Hernando and Citrus counties as well. The areas in the green, it's just a lower chance for that flood risk, but it's not zero. So that's the message that I'm trying to drive home here, is that it can still happen. It's just a greater chance the more north you go. There we are, 7 a.m. tomorrow, Pasco, Hernando, Citrus counties, starting off with the rain early in the morning. 9 a.m. hangs out with us, and it keeps going. Couple rounds of it. Look at it. Here we go into 3 o'clock. That's when things will start to taper off. And it looks like a short day tomorrow with the rain by 6, 7, 8 o'clock. We will be pretty dry, just a couple clouds, similar to how we see right now. Looking at the high resolution model, this spreads a little bit down further to the south, but still our coastal areas. So if you are somebody that lives on the Gulf Coast, pay attention to that. Here we are, 9 a.m., not seeing quite as much rain on the high resolution model, which is interesting because usually the high resolution just does show you, well, it's high resolution. It's a little bit more ambitious with it. This is lunchtime, looking quiet, 3 o'clock, and then moving into 6 o'clock. So the models do agree by 6 p.m. tomorrow, we will be fairly dry. It's in the morning hours that they are in a disagreement. Our in-house model says we will get rain for Pasco, Hernando, Citrus earlier in the morning. Our high-resolution model we just looked at brings it further down to the south. What I'm telling you guys at home, just be prepared for the rain. If you over-prepare, well then, you didn't get wet. If you under-prepare and you get caught in the rainstorm, you'll be shaking your fist at me and saying, she said it wasn't going to rain, which is not what I'm saying. So look at the rainfall totals. Don't pay attention to the numbers so much, but the contour, where you really see that hue of red, that maroon color, that's where we're expecting most of the heavier rainfall that we do receive for tomorrow, closer to those coastal areas. Expected rainfall over the next 5 days here. Finally, we get back into a more typical pattern, and that means an easterly wind, the sea breeze is set up, and then we see those showers and storms develop for the second half of the day instead of the morning and being an all-day event like the past week. Temperatures right now, this is the benefit of all of it. It's still muggy, yes, but temperatures are in the mid to upper 70s. We haven't had that in quite some time. Feels great outside. It's still stuffy, don't get me wrong, it's humid, but the actual air temperature is lower. That's actually a typical morning low. 7-day forecast here. The upper 80s will stick with us for those daytime highs next several days. We get warmer with that regular pattern that returns to our forecast by the middle of the week.